Lisa? All right, thank you, Ashley. Taylor Barton has been racing motorcycles since he was just a wee bitty one. Now he's a few years older and now racing in NASCAR. How are you?
I'm doing great. Another day in paradise.
Yeah, I bet. Now, tell people if they don't already know about your history. You grew up here.
Born and raised ever since I was a little kid. So,
right. Started with?
Racing dirt bikes, and then we started racing go-karts. We won everything that we could too in go-karts. So we stepped over into the oval track, which is basically NASCAR, your home track, because you can get more sponsors. There's more fans to be involved with NASCAR, and it was a growing sport. So we jumped into what's called the legend cars. They're doing about 150 miles an hour.
Wow.
And we won, I don't know how many races in that, and now we're here racing NASCAR.
And what is that like for you to say, I race in NASCAR?
Well,
at 25 years old, by the way, super young.
Yeah, well, I don't know about super young. I kind of feel a little old, you know. There's a lot of G-forces in those cars. But it's awesome, you know. It's everything that I've worked for ever since a little kid. So it's all your hard work paid off finally, and I'm living my dream.
Sure. Now, you have said before that your parents really helped you along, and you always thank them whenever you win, you know, a race. What is it about, you know, when was it, I guess, is the question. When was it in your early days when your parents said, wait, maybe our kid could race cars?
We were racing go-karts, and one day he sat me down, he told me, he goes...
And this is your dad?
Yeah, this is my dad. And he's a very analytical guy, so he analyzes everything. So he told me, do you want to go out there and like be a Sunday driver, like just go out there, have fun, and not really race hard? Or do you want to be a champion? And I was about 14 years old. And of course, every young kid looks up to his dad. I said, I want to be a champion. I want to be a champion.
Right.
So he goes, okay, that's what we'll do. So we spent hours and hours. We spent until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning working on the car. Wow. And it took away from my parents' marriage a little bit because he's always working on the car.
Sure.
He dedicated himself to me when I told him I wanted to be a champion. And, you know, my family has put in a lot of efforts and sacrifices to make this happen.
And I know you all, you know, like I said, you always thank your family, but also you're thanking them, I think, by setting a good example in that you still give back to this community here that you're from. I know you grew up at the Boys and Girls Club, and now you're giving back to that group too, which is a fantastic organization.
Yeah, I was a Boys and Girls Club kid. I grew up in the club, so you know my family didn't have a lot of money. And now I serve as a spokesperson for all the Boys and Girls Clubs, and we're doing poker tournaments. Last year we did the World Series of Barbecue, and Full Tilt raised $179,000 for them.
Wow.
This year we're planning a NASCAR celebrity poker tournament when NASCAR comes here in February. Tentative date is February 26th. So if everybody wants to play in the tournament, they can play in the tournament if they'd email us.
Wonderful, and it all goes to benefit Boys and Girls Club.
It all goes to, there's some other different charities, yeah. So we got some other NASCAR drivers coming. So.
All right. Well, I got to ask you before you go, if you were not racing cars, what would you be doing with your life?
Selling real estate, I guess.
Good luck. Good luck here in Las Vegas. All right. So people can watch you at any time.
Yes.
When you race. NASCAR is always televised.
Yes.
So
on Speed or Versus. They can also get on my website, TaylorBartonRacing.com. They could email us. Maybe if they want to be in the poker tournament or see when our next race is.
Perfect.
We race in California, Phoenix. There's racing all over the western United States.
Awesome. And Taylor has brought a family 4-pack of tickets to the Mini Grand Prix, and that you can sign up for if you want to get them. KTMV.com. Look under the contest tab, and you could enter to win. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
You're going to let us know about your tournament, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, very good. And the next time you're on.
Yes,
all right.
yes.
Casey.
Thanks, Lisa. Well, you might want